So, protein and fat loss and everything you need to know. So today I'm just going to go over what is protein, how does it help us with fat loss, how does it help us with building muscle, do we need it, why is it important, and all that good stuff. So firstly, it consists of around 20 amino acids, okay? These help with cell repair, muscle building, hair follicles, everything you can imagine. It's a pretty important macronutrient, okay? There are 3 macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fats. You'll often hear about how important protein is, you need a high protein diet for fat loss, and it is important. So let's dive in why. Now, why is it important for fat loss? When losing weight, hunger is a huge issue for most people. And we know that having a high amount of protein in our diet is very satiating. It allows you to feel full. The fuller you feel in a fat loss phase, the more likely you are to stick to a diet. It's important for building muscle and muscle retention, which I'm going to get into. But one of the main reasons why we need to keep it in our diet is because it has a high thermic effect. You may have seen TEF, the thermic effect of food, but protein, when digested, we burn around 20 to 30% of it through digestion alone. Carbohydrates and fats, I believe it's like 1 to 3% or 3 to 5%. Big difference. So we literally can save calories by eating more protein. Hence why everyone talks about, high protein, low carb diets. Now, muscle retention. During a fat loss phase, we want to keep our metabolism as fast as possible. Losing muscle is a big problem. How do we maintain muscle? By keeping protein as high as possible. We're looking at 1 gram per pound of body weight or 2.2 grams per kilo of body weight. If you're massively overweight, 300 pounds, you'd look at per pound of lean body weight, of kind of goal body weight. So if you're 300 pounds and you want to be 200 pounds, 200 grams of protein. So in a fat loss phase, muscle is expensive. You can burn body fat, you can burn carbohydrates, but we can also burn muscle. So by keeping it high in our day, our protein intake, we're going to hold on to muscle. What are the best sources of protein? So we have eggs, we have a lot of dairy products, we have beef, we have whey, we have fish, chicken, meat, all of this stuff. These are kind of our best friend when it comes to easily digested protein. If you're going to go for a whey, I would always go for like a whey protein isolate, something that digests a little bit easier. Everybody's different, but we have egg whites, and all of this good stuff. Different cuts of beef, obviously different cuts of chicken and fish, fatty fish, white, whatever you want. It's all great quality protein. We should have a range of this across our day or across our week. Now, there's complete sources of protein, complete, and then there is incomplete sources of protein. So this is an issue that vegans will run into, where they get their protein from tofu, mixed nuts, legumes, and these tend to come high in fat or high in carbohydrates, and they do not have the 20 amino acids. So it's called an incomplete source of protein. So it's very important if you're vegan or meat-free that you kind of mix these guys together. Don't just have tofu. We're looking at tofu, legumes, lentils, pea protein. Try and mix and match as much as you can to try and get as many amino acids as possible. Now, you've got to have that post-workout shake if you want to build muscle, Got to have protein after you train. Not really true. It's a myth that's kind of been debunked a little bit. Now, if we take that 200-pound male who's having 200 grams of protein a day, it makes sense to space it out for digestion. Don't do 200 grams in one meal. Don't be that guy. Now, you do not need to have a post-workout shake. This doesn't matter. But if you're, having 200 grams a day, it makes sense to maybe have 4 50-gram servings. Split it up into, every 3 to 4 hours, a good decent amount of protein. Don't overcomplicate this stuff, but then don't fast until 6 p.m. and do 4 scoops of whey and do 100 grams. Just think about your digestion as well. So mix and match as much as you can, but protein is a crucial part of fat loss. If you're trying to lose weight and you are that 200-pound male and you're having, 50 to 80 grams of protein a day to keep your calories down, you're going to lose a lot of muscle along the way. We're going to end up skinny fat. We're still going to lose body fat, but nobody wants to just have no muscle, male or female. It keeps you full, keeps you healthy, so keep it in as much as possible.